God rest his soul.
¿Qué pasó, pinche perro? It's your homeboy Quetzalcoatl. Welcome back to the Fuck Your Life Boxing Show. This is the Mike Alvarado versus Ruslan Provodnikov post-fight breakdown. This was the Mile High Massacre. Very entertaining fight to watch. Action-packed from start to finish. You saw in the first round, Ruslan Provodnikov got off to a good start in the first round. Mike Alvarado, for the most part, was stationary in that round. He had his hands up, but he really wasn't answering when Provodnikov was letting his hands go. In the second round, Alvarado adjusted, and he strictly started boxing. You saw him get on his bicycle. He was moving a lot in that ring. He was picking his spots when he wanted to let his hands go. As soon as he threw his shots, he'd go ahead and get out the way. Alvarado was also switching back and forth between the orthodox and the southpaw stance continuously throughout the fight. And for the most part, it was effective. For the first, I would say, 4 or 5 rounds, Mike Alvarado was dictating the pace of the fight. But even so, even when Mike Alvarado was dictating the pace, Provodnikov was landing some big shots in those early rounds, and he was distributing his activity. You know, he wasn't just a headhunter; he was landing some big body shots as well. After about the 5th round, or during the 5th round, the fight started taking started going at a pace that Ruslan Provodnikov was comfortable with, and he basically started controlling the fight. In the 7th round, Ruslan had a huge 7th round. He was landing some big shots on Mike Alvarado, who started slowing down, wasn't moving around as much as he was early in the fight. In that 8th round, he got dropped twice with some huge body shots. I mean, Provodnikov cracked the shit out of Mike Alvarado. I mean, slowly took his soul away. And in one of those knockdowns, I thought it was going to be stopped, because Mike Alvarado was barely able to beat the count in one of those knockdowns, and it looked like he was pretty much finished. He showed heart. You know, he was determined to try to fight through it, and he was able to survive for 2 rounds, but that was pretty much it. He was rocked again in the 10th round. The fight wasn't stopped then and there just because of the fact that he got hurt with only a couple seconds left in that round. Had it not been for that, he probably would have got knocked out. After the 10th round, he went back to his corner, and they didn't know if he wanted to continue or not. And the referee had to go up there and ask him himself if he wanted to continue. He asked him, do you want to keep fighting? And Mike Alvarado was like, I'm cool, though. I need some Gatorade. And that was it. Major props to Ruslan Provodnikov. Major props. Both fighters showed a lot of heart in this fight, but ultimately, one fighter had his spirit, had his heart ripped out of his goddamn chest. And, I mean, Mike Alvarado had all the advantages in this fight. He had the height advantage. He had the reach advantage. He came in at about, I think it was a 9-pound weight advantage as well. And he was in his hometown. But Provodnikov, he was training with Bone Crusher, because he ain't never scared. And he didn't care. Ruslan Provodnikov was like, fuck Colorado. Fuck everybody that came here to cheer for you. Fuck the ref. Fuck Jim Lampley and Max Kellerman. And fuck your life. Gave me a shout out. He went out there and handled his goddamn business. I mean, you can't hate on a performance like that. This is a great fight to watch. As far as Provodnikov's future goes, he could fight the winner of Manny Pacquiao and Brandon Rios. That would be another amazing fight to watch. I believe he's promoted, not with Top Rank, but the people who promote him are have a good relationship with Top Rank and HBO. If they can work something out with Golden Boy, a fight between Provodnikov and Matisse would be awesome. That'd be another great fight to watch. If again, with the politics between Golden Boy and Top Rank, if Timothy Bradley can't get a shot at Floyd Mayweather, I think a rematch between Timothy Bradley and Provodnikov, again, another great fight. If that was pay-per-view, I'd pay to watch that fight. And Provodnikov, if you saw throughout the weigh-ins and the promotion for the fight, I mean, he just has a certain look, you know what I'm saying? When he posed for the camera and shit like that, he had his eyes all popped out, looked like he's screaming and shit. Dude looked like a serial killer, man. He do. I mean, I'm telling you, Ruslan Provodnikov got bodies in the basement, man. Right now as we speak. Just like the governor from Walking Dead. Remember the governor from Walking Dead who had bodies in motherfucking fish tanks? That's how Provodnikov got it. It's some bodies in this basement in motherfucking fish tanks, man. I think he got a dude in the basement right now that's still alive, that he's been torturing for the past couple of days. And he's right there tied up on a goddamn table. And before he left for the fight, there's a TV inside the room. He left it on HBO, and he told homeboy, watch this fight. This I'm gonna fuck you up when I get back. Shit, that dude was shitting bricks as he was watching Mike Alvarado get his ass whooped. God damn. And as far as Mike Alvarado goes, the past 4 or 5 fights that he's had have been tough, brutal fights. You know, the fight with Prescott, the 2 fights with Rios, and now this fight with Provodnikov. He's been stopped in 2 of his last 3 fights, and it's messed up because he just came off of his career high with biggest victory of his career, where he avenged his loss, and now he's at another career low. And again, like I said, being stopped in 2 of his last 3 fights, I think that Mike Alvarado is really gonna have to sit down and think about how he's gonna approach the rest of his career, because too many fights like this is gonna affect the quality of life, his quality of life after boxing. And I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see, man. But if he takes too many beatings like this, I might have to take the cross out and give him his funeral. But we'll see what happens. Let me know what you thought of this fight. Who do you think that Ruslan Provodnikov should fight next? What do you think of Mike Alvarado? You think he should take an immediate rematch? You think he should, sit back and have a tune-up fight? Just to let his body recuperate. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, if you like this shit, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is your homeboy Quetzalcoatl, signing the fuck on out.